Most of my friends' computers have a small but noticeable commonality between them. They usually have a small sticker or a piece of tape that covers their webcam. For someone who isn't well versed on internet lifestyle, this might just be a design choice by the owner to make their computer look nicer. However, the true meaning is much deeper and is rooted in years of laws and controversy. Internet privacy is a problem that plagues many unknowing users throughout the world. Companies and governments have the ability to track what users are doing on their phones, laptops, personal computers, and other smart devices thanks to the internet. This is a major problem that needs to be dealt with globally for all users who want their information and what they do on the internet to be private. In order to see the problem of our internet privacy, we need to look at the history of internet data collection. This type of data collection started in the mid 2000s, and according to Villanova University, this is where large tech companies like Facebook and Google began to collect what was called big data. This includes data from the internet, public data sources, and human genome databases. The reason they do this is fairly simple. They collect data for the profit and benefit of the company to sell more products or services. Mastersindatascience.org gives a good example of this. They say that Amazon uses computer data to implement dynamic pricing because this data makes it easier for the company to determine what consumers are willing to pay. Things, however, got much worse for the internet. In 2013, Edward Snowden released secret government documents to multiple reporters in order to expose how they track and watch innocent individuals in their daily lives. In a list of those small documents by businessinsider.com, one of them contained information that stated that the NSA accessed and collected data through back doors into US internet companies such as Google and Facebook with a program that they called PRISM. This was just one of the many documents that shows how the US government spied on their own civilians. Since then, many people have been weary of what they say or do on the internet because they never know who might be watching. With both companies and the government having a grasp on our personal information and activity on the internet, one might think that things have gotten better over the years, that these facts have been known and it can be stopped. However, this isn't the case, and things have gotten progressively worse for our internet privacy. A now common occurrence when looking at or signing up for a website is agreeing to a lengthy terms and conditions agreement for the site. This, however, is usually something people rarely read, including me. According to a study by the Pew Research Center, fully 97% of Americans say that they are ever asked to approve privacy policies, yet only about 1 in 5 adults overall say that they read these privacy policies before agreeing. These policies are where companies place claims to view user information and possibly sell it to advertisers and other companies. The same study also shows that more than 74% of people are concerned about what happens to their data from companies, and 64% for government entities. This proves that people are getting more worried about what these external entities are doing with their information in the present as more companies and the government look at your user data. So, this problem has plagued our society for years now. What can be done to keep our lives and data private from these companies and governments? New, possibly radical policy might be need to put in place in order to stop mass user data collection and privacy violation. Some states have already placed laws to take steps to do this. The National Conference of State Legislators has a list of these laws. They range from everything from stating the information that would be collected in their privacy policies to stopping targeted advertisements to kids. These laws do little, however, to stop adults who want to use the internet from stopping their user data from being taken and recorded by companies and governments. A new universal law must come into place in order to stop or slow down the amount of user data that is being taken by these larger entities. While this may sound easy to do in theory, it would be much harder in practice. Many companies collect user data in order to make a profit from you coming to their site more often. Back to the masteranddatascience.org article, they say that some companies see data as a resource that can be used to help more accurately tailor their advertising and marketing campaigns. By personalizing the services they offer or the ads online users view, they can increase sales and exposure to people who are already interested in their products or services. A law must come into effect that limits the amount of data that is taken from users or limits the amount of users that data can be taken from. There should also be an option to opt in or out of data collection by these larger entities. This gives both companies a way to continue to make money in the online space and us a way to say no if we want to. Internet privacy is a large problem that we as a society are trying to take steps to solve. We have gone in the right direction, but the time is now in order to change how companies and governments take our information and use it for their own benefit. We must stand to choose and let our data be taken and used in these ways for our own online protection. Our privacy should be protected online, as it has become more integrated into our own lifestyles and affects who we are as people. A right to online privacy is the right to be ourselves, and it should be protected. We should have the choice of internet privacy. Thank you.